Today's guest hails from South London. He is the current WBO Global Welterweight Champion. He's ready to rock and roll this Saturday in the Rumble on the Rock, Mr. Chris Kongo. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I cannot complain. We haven't got the sun that you've got. We've got a little bit peeking out, but yeah, it looks good over there.
I mean, we only got this for a couple of days. Then we'll be back to where you are, man. So I'm just trying to take in the moment now and enjoy everything now. So yeah.
It is. It's brilliant to see you out there soaking it all up. And it feels like you belong there, Chris. It's been a long time coming. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I definitely know I belong here. It's been a long time coming. Over the last couple years, hasn't gone my way, but now it's looking like it's here, you know. And this is the time. Timing is everything, they say. So I'm just soaking up the moment now.
So I understand from an interview that I saw earlier on today that one of the reasons why Eddie Hearn had this particular card in Gibraltar was because, like, everybody apparently there are vaccinated. So what happened with you guys with regard to vaccinations? Did you have to have them, or did you just have to have the COVID test?
We just had to have the COVID test. Yeah, they said 70% of people in Gibraltar are vaccinated. So yeah, that's why it was a good place to have it here. Even in the evening, like when I'm about to sleep, you can hear some of the bars and stuff are still open, the casinos open and stuff. So they're pretty much active over here, man.
So fighting Saturday night against Michael the Problem McKinson, a bit of a handful, southpaw, powerful, good 50-50 fight.
My game plan is just to be myself, you know, mix it all up. If he wants to fight, I'll box. If he wants to box, I'll fight, and just be smart, you know. Always be one step ahead of this guy. But yeah, man, I'm prepared for whatever he wants to bring, and this is the time now, you know. I wanted to fight him a couple of years back, but he wasn't interested. He saw it, he definitely saw it as a dangerous fight, and he definitely saw it as he was highly ranked above me, and he had bigger things, you know. But now it's a different ball game. Now I got a title. He wants the title. He wants the platform, so he has to come and see me.
It's funny how these things turn around, isn't it?
Of course, the tables always turn, you know.
It's true. So you were supposed to fight Liam Taylor, that falls through, and then I hear you had, like, nobody wanted to fight you, and like you just said that you put it out there for McKinson, to fight you before, and he didn't want to know. You know, you seem to be getting harder fights than most people in your journey.
Of course, I mean, these are the kind of fights I want, man. Again, people like McKinson. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. My last fight was probably the best time to catch me because I'd been out for so long, but I still managed to get the knockout after a 16-month layoff. I mean, we see Joe Cordina on the weekend. He had a 16-month layoff. He's class, but I know that wasn't his best performance. So when he's back active, that's when you'll see a much better Joe Cordina. Same with Chris Kongo. You're going to see a much better Chris Kongo coming this Saturday. So I'm ready for the moment. You know, this is my time now. I'm coming to take over.
You know what? It's absolutely true. Seeing that fight, and I know what you can do. I was like, listen, you better catch him now. You really better catch him now. But McKinson has obviously he called you out with regard to this fight. He has given you some compliments, called you heavy-handed, said you've got a decent left hook. I mean, what would you say about his skill set?
His skill set is good. I think he's more of they say the awkward southpaws, you know. He's an awkward southpaw. But the guys that he's fought don't really know how to fight them kind of guys, you know. I believe every southpaw is awkward in their own way, you know. Every people that are right-handers a lot of the time don't like to fight lefties. I don't mind fighting lefties. I've been doing it since I was young, you know. My first ever amateur bout was against a lefty. So I've been in with these southpaws from when I started my whole boxing career. And that was when I was 11. I'm 28 now. So I got loads of experience mixing it with southpaws. So I'm good to go with that. And I just believe he's just got the awkward style. He might be a bit strong on the inside. He ain't really got much power, I think, in his punches, obviously due to his record, doesn't show much. But not everyone in boxing is going to have power. He has skill set. That's why he's 19-0 for a reason.
Yeah.
But I believe I got better skill set. I just know I got a lot more power than him. And I know I'm just going to take this win for sure.
There is such a confidence about you, Chris, honestly, that when you say this is my time, I believe you. I really believe you.
It is.
So in terms of what you were just saying about the amateurs, that is the plus side. You know, people bang on about why do people that have turned over pro, why do they keep bringing it back to the amateurs? Well, this is the time when it's a 50-50 fight. This is the thing that can give you the edge, isn't it?
Of course. It's the main thing about that is the experience, you know, the amount of times I've been in there. So it's nothing new to me. And that's what it boils down to. It don't mean nothing now because we're in the pro game, but it does mean a lot when you're in there in the ring. So that's what I mean by that.
I mean, he's been pretty respectful, like I said, of you. But he said he can't wait to shock people and that he's levels above Luther Clay, who you obviously beat in your last time out. Do you have a response to that?
Yeah, of course he's levels above Luther Clay. You know, he's at that ranking for a reason. He's there for a reason. You know, so if he didn't rate himself, then who else is gonna rate him? Because I'm not gonna rate him. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to do my job, and I know for a fact I'm gonna get this guy out, and I'm gonna retain my title.
You've been getting some work in with Josh Taylor.
Of course.
Between you and me, did you bash him up?
Well, sparring is sparring.
It's true, you know.
I hold my own enough for me to get called back for various amount of camps. I must do all right fighting a lefty if I can get called by a world champion, a unified world champion. Yeah, more than twice, you know. So I must be doing something right.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say, I bet you that is such a boost, though, because like you say, if you weren't doing your job correctly, he wouldn't call you back. And also, it's kind of, I'm guessing, showing you where you are in terms of your levels.
Of course. I see myself at that level, you know. That's where I believe and I know I am at that world level. So I've been getting world-class sparring from a world champion, and we're actually matching, you know. He knows he can't switch off with me, and I know I can't switch off with him because he's there, you know. So that's why it's competitive sparring.
Yeah. Be good sparring to watch, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm sure one day you should come down, man, and see what it's like.
Yeah. I would. It'd be absolutely brilliant. But you're absolutely right. Sparring is sparring. I want to ask you something, just your take on something, because what I've noticed is there's a lot of boxers who were top amateurs and they're having a lot of difficulty getting fights now. Cameron being one, Lisa Whiteside, you for a long time. Why do you think this keeps happening?
I don't know. I think right now it's not about your talent, man. I think right now it's just about building your profile and what your following's like and how many tickets you can sell, even through this pandemic. So it's crazy. I just think it's about the buzz that you carry, you know, and just little things like that, man. So what can I say? I don't think it's about talent anymore. This is the new age boxing, so it's all about the views and all of that stuff. I believe so. And that's what I'm trying to work on myself, man, getting a lot of content out. So what can I say?
I'm going to talk about your content in a minute. But one of the dangers, I think, with regard to sort of just relying on your Instagram followers, etc., is if you haven't got the skills, you're going to get found out.
100%. I believe that. But I think what it is with a lot of promoters, they'll be looking after their fighters with the big following and all that stuff. So it's a business. So they'll be very smart with who they match people with, you know. And for me, I don't mind. This is why I took this fight, even though my following's getting better. But I know after this fight what my following's going to be like. I'm building my YouTube channel, building all these things, man. My Instagram is getting better and I'm gaining followers every day. So I can't complain.
Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed is, number one, your Instagram is good quality content. That's the first thing. But let's talk about your new channel. Welcome to the Congo. I'm loving it. I really love it.
Of course, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we've been working on that for a long time. I'm hoping to get another episode out after this fight. So that will be good just to see what a fighter is like, just outside of boxing, you know. So I'm gonna have get that all uploaded probably a couple of weeks after my fight. So yeah, it will be good.
Yeah, it's been great. It's actually because you're quite a quiet guy. I think possibly people expect when you're that talented that you're going to be sort of really loud. But one of the things that really resonated with me was, you know, hearing you say that after your last fight that your mum was crying tears of happiness, and just hearing that narrative unfold, it was it was brilliant.
Yeah, of course, because like I said, we've been out for so long. We didn't know what was going on, why this was happening. It was probably the worst time of my life, man. I had so much things going on outside of boxing, and then when I got the win, it was just like a weight lifted off my shoulder, man, and it was just a wonderful feeling. So yeah, my parents, they support me a lot, you know. They support me a lot. They're always looking out for me, even at my big age, you know what I mean? So it's
That will
good,
never
man.
change.
It will never change, of course.
You just, honestly, Chris, you seem like someone that, yeah, okay, it's great that you're getting all this adulation now, which you deserve. But it's nice to hear you say things like, you know, the simple things in life that that your family are really proud of you. You know, is that ultimately one of your massive goals?
100% is to keep the smile on their faces. And it's just lovely, man, to know that your parents are proud of you. And we ain't even there yet, but even the little I've done, they're still proud. And that makes me just want to go hard, even more harder in the gym, you know, just to keep the smile on their faces, knowing they're happy, knowing that I'm doing my job and we're going to get there one day.
So Saturday night, your former teammate, Ellie Scotney, fantastic, Gangloff, really nice, confident performance from her in her debut and also in the last fight. I mean, you know, what can you tell us about your experiences of Ellie Scotney?
She's always been dedicated. She's always been dedicated to the sport. Very classy girl. She does the basics very well, and she's very smart, man. She knows how to work people out quite quickly, and she's gonna be a world champion one day, man. So she's great, man.
I think it's interesting because a lot of people seem to be really shocked that a female can box as well as that, and it's like, well, we kind of already knew that coming from the amateur scene. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, of course. It's just that the females before, there was very good amateurs, but they never turned pro. But it's only now they're turning pro, doing very well. So yeah, it's good to see.
And to be fair, a lot of the pros from the past, they were kind of learning on the job, weren't they?
Yeah, true, true.
Inactivity seems to have, you know, had such a massive effect on people. And I think not just like physically, but mentally. Have you had anybody reach out to you and sort of ask advice, or, you know, because you seem to have just pulled it together and like you say, you've been through the bad times, but you're most certainly on the up.
I ain't had no one reach out to me that's been inactive, but if there is anybody that will be watching this, the main thing was just stay focused, stay in the gym, and just stay working, stay grafting. And you know what they say, opportunity meets preparation. So make sure you're prepared.
So what about the people from the small hall scene? Effectively, that's kind of over for the time being. So how can
Mm-hmm.
that boxing talent maneuver their way into these TV fights?
Like I said, just staying ready, because you never know when you could get the call. You never know what can happen for you. One like within a fight. It's all about 50-50 fights now, and that's what these big promoters are trying to put on. So just because you're on a small hall show scene and you ain't getting a look in now, you never know. The phone could ring at any given moment. So just be prepared.
And you have literally come off the small hall scene, and look where you are now.
Yeah, of course. I was there. Now I'm here.
Flying,
So
flying.
it's great.
Yeah. Listen, Chris, I'm going to let you go. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time. So, fight fans, don't forget to tune in to Chris Kongo's YouTube channel. Welcome to the Congo. Episode 1 is out now. Yeah, it's a really good watch. Loads of behind the scenes content. And you can watch Chris Kongo's journey. Chris,
Yes.
pleasure as usual. Go do the
Always.
business on Saturday night.
Thank you, Jackie. Cheers.